Hello everyone, today in this video I will show you beautiful Checkmate in 10 moves by Zukertort. So this game was played in 1862 in Posen. So Zukertort play with black pieces and unknown player play with white. So white starts with e4, e5, bishop to c4, knight to f6, knight to f3, and the game converts into Petrov's defense Urusov gambit. So both players create pressure on each other's pawn. So Zukertort accept the pawn and white also accept the pawn and pressure on f7. So Zukertort prevent with d5 and cut the bishop's diagonal and also create pressure on bishop. So white save his bishop on b3 and Zukertort continue with queen to g5. Create pressure on knight and also on pawn on g2. If white save his knight on f3, then queen takes g2 comes and the pressure on rook. White can't create pressure on queen with rook to g1 because this square is covered by knight. So queen takes f2 is mate. So white save his checkmate with rook to f1. Then bishop to g4 comes. Then Zukertort could pin this knight and create pressure on knight. So white first castles on king side and leave his knight. So Zukertort accept the knight. Here white could continue with rook to e1 and pin this knight because knight can't move from here because queen would pin if knight moves. But white first continue with d3 to kick this knight. But if knight moves, then rook comes to e1 and queen would pin. So Zukertort didn't save his knight and continue with bishop to d6 and threat is clear. Direct checkmate on h2. So here white can't take this knight. So white first continue with g3 and prevent this checkmate. And finally Zukertort save his knight on g5. But why? Zukertort let white to pin his own queen. So white continue with rook to e1 and pin this queen. So here in this position, pause the video and think Zukertort's next move. So Zukertort continue with knight to f3, check and also fork on rook. If king moves to g2, then Zukertort could take this rook and give a check and white would down in material. White also lost his knight first and now his rook. So white would face many problems in future. And if white move his king on corner, then also queen takes rook comes and this is forced queen exchanges because white's queen has no support. So white has to exchange his queen and after exchanges you can see that Zukertort's all minor pieces are safe on the board, but white has limited minor pieces. So white continue with king to f1 and support this rook and think final move of Zukertort. So Zukertort's final move bishop to h3 and checkmate because all squares are covered and also this square is covered by queen. What a checkmate by Zukertort in 10 moves with black pieces without losing a single piece. Thanks for watching and bye for now.